He has 5 grounds of gross misconduct. The first ground 1, has 4 particulars. Ground 2 has 3 particulars. Ground 3 has 5 particulars. Ground 4 has 2 particulars, and ground 5 has 1 particular. Distinguished colleagues, it's quite a lengthy document, but in compliance with section 188 sub 3, I have already made available copies of this particular letter written to me, which is signed by 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. I've ensured that this particular document is before all the members, so you all have your copies. Members, do you have all your copies? So I've already complied with that particular section of the Constitution that mandates me to forward copies to all the members and also forward to the governor. I also directed that a copy be sent to the governor same Friday. Thank you, distinguished colleagues. Honorable members, in the same vein, I received another correspondence from members. This time, it is the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended 1999, with reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the Deputy Governor by Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Mma Odo, GSSRS, Deputy Governor of Rivers State. The authors of this particular letter has referred me to Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. And this particular letter contains 3 major grounds of gross misconduct. The first ground has 4 particulars. The second ground has 1, while the third ground has 5. Honorable members, pursuant to Section 188 sub 3, I caused this particular document to be forwarded to all the members in compliance with that section of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Let me now ask if all the members are in receipt of their copies, as I have made same to be sent to them on the 14th day of March 2025 in compliance with Section 188 of the Constitution. Just to hear from members. Members, you all have your copies. So every member has been properly served on Friday. I also ensured that a copy is sent to the Deputy Governor, but we'll still take further steps. But just to let you know what I did on Friday, distinguished colleagues, immediately I received this document from the Deputy Governor. Distinguished colleagues, this is just by way of announcement, so you know that I have officially received the correspondence from 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly on these 2 issues. Any petition, in the absence of any petition, clerk, what do we have on the other paper? It's 9 in total. Deputy Speaker, you are dividing the House to add another rule to Rule 5. And that rule is to ensure that this House is not in any way encumbered from serving Rivers people whenever the need arises. More specifically, this particular clause, which is being sought to be included to Order 5, is calling for us to insert this clause. And I read, the House shall sit at any day and any time when it becomes absolutely necessary in the public interest or in any emergency. The House must be properly convened by the Speaker in any of these circumstances. Distinguished colleagues, you know that once our sitting time ends, as it is in this standing order, something could arise. There could be a natural disaster. There could be anything warranting the House to reconvene, beyond the time stipulated in the standing order. So what this particular clause intends to do is to enlarge that window. In the event that such a thing happens, we will not be encumbered when we consider it absolutely necessary. Distinguished colleagues, that said, let me now put the question. Those in favor of the reports and the recommendations should please indicate by raising their hands. Distinguished colleagues, those for 26, against, nil, abstention, nil. Distinguished colleagues, by this voting and pursuant to Order 51, the standing orders of this Rivers State House of Assembly is hereby amended, and the clause, the House shall sit at any day and any time when it becomes absolutely necessary in the public interest or in any emergency, the House must be properly convened by the Speaker in any of these circumstances, is hereby inserted into our standing orders, and it becomes part of it. Clerk, what next do we have on the other papers? To Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999, with reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the Governor of Rivers State, Sir Simlaye Fubara, GSS RS. Distinguished colleagues, I informed you that I received this particular document and that I have forwarded same to all members in line with Section 188 sub 3, which makes it mandatory for me to forward the document to all members, and I've sent all copies. Distinguished colleagues, we are all aware of the difficult times we are in, a period where a governor of a state who swore to an oath of office to abide by the Constitution will be directing staff of the government not to receive correspondence from us. We have made every effort through courier, through personal service, and the governor makes it impossible for communication or correspondence from this House to get to him. The whole world is aware, members have not forgotten, that on several occasions we have sent correspondence to the governor and that he has turned down this correspondence from us. Even after the Supreme Court judgment, for emphasis, a correspondence was sent to the governor, and the governor ordered that the correspondence should not be received from this legitimate Rivers State House of Assembly. Members are aware that we passed a resolution that will write to the governor, drawing his attention to the fact that the Supreme Court delivered a judgment and that he should bring the budget within 48 hours. We sent that communication to the governor turned them back. We had to resort to other means, including publication on print media, to draw his attention. After the Supreme Court judgment as well, members are also aware that with your leave, we passed another resolution calling on the governor to write to us and make his nomination for commissioners who will be in the State Executive Council, knowing fully well that 19 of them are impostors who are in those offices parading themselves, deceiving the public. That particular correspondence, we tried to reach the governor. To date, the governor never communicated to us. We couldn't reach him. He refused to receive the correspondence. Everything we are doing is through the media, through print media and otherwise. Distinguished colleagues, this is the problem we have had with this governor. And we are also aware that this is, the two I just mentioned to you, are just a few of the many who have forwarded to the governor, either without reply, or those who have sent chased out of government house. Even the courier services we send write to us that they refuse to receive our correspondence in government house. And we have reports from different organizations that we have engaged to forward our correspondence to the governor. To this day, governor has never responded to all those correspondences. Not one. I'm not in receipt of any correspondence from the governor, either regarding the commissioners that he has yet to submit their list, or for any other one. And I must say it, that is the situation, and that is why I have to bring this to your knowledge one more time, that even this one that is before us is still a challenge, and that is why something needs to be done. The leader, you made a request, you have something to say.
Mr. Speaker, we do not have anything to do but to resort to the powers that are given to us and regular sections of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, particularly Section 188, as you said. Mr. Speaker, in the case of the notice, Mr. Speaker, I would want to move a motion and grant leave to the clerk so that he can publish this service, these letters on print media, at least a minimum of 3 newspapers, so that we can publish all the letters of gross misconduct that is meted on the governor and the deputy governor. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I want to move that we grant the clerk the leave to publish all letters, correspondence that is written from us to you and from you to His Excellency on the print media, at least not less than 3. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Secondly, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I am Honorable Fubara. I represent the people of Kwara Council. I rise this morning to second the motion approved by our head leader, I so second.
All right. So all the motion has moved as leader that grants I so second.
Moved and seconded that pursuant to Section 188, sub 3, that mandates the Speaker to compulsorily ensure that the governor becomes aware of the notice of allegations of gross misconduct against him, as well as the deputy governor of the notice of allegations of gross misconduct against her, that this document should be sent to them, knowing fully well that this is what Mr. Speaker needs to do. The leader has moved the motion, seconded by Honorable Fubara. And I want to put the question that those in favor of the motion ably moved and seconded that we should direct the clerk of this House to publish in a minimum of 3 national dailies these 3 notices. The notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the governor by His Excellency Sir similarly Fubara, Governor of Rivers State, and of course the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct brought against the Deputy Governor, Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Mma Odu, DSSR, as Deputy Governor of Rivers State, should indicate by raising their hands. Against? Distinguished colleagues, those for? 26. Against? Nil. Abstention? Nil. Distinguished colleagues, by this voting, this House has therefore resolved that the clerk will publish in at least 3 national dailies the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the governor by His Excellency Sir Simlayo Fubara, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State, as well as the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999 in reference to acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the Deputy Governor by Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Mma Odo, DSSRS, Deputy Governor of Rivers State. Clerk, what do we have? Whatever we do today, history will certainly record us one way or the other. But I'm convinced that everything we are doing is in line with the Constitution, in line with extant laws of this country. And I believe that it is in the interest of the good people of Rivers State. We all know the times we are in. We all know that Rivers State needs to move forward. So I want to thank you for your contributions today. I want to thank you for standing firm by the good people of Rivers State. And by the grace of God, where we intend to make this Rivers State be in the committee of other states, in the committee of states across the nation, where we have developmental projects approved by this House of Assembly in line with the Constitution, where we'll have Rivers people being happy, smiling, that things are done properly. We believe that is the best thing that should happen to our state. And we believe that God is with us. God will continue to bless our dear states. God will continue to bless our country. Keep Rivers people strong, healthy. And we believe that at the end of it all, Rivers people will be the greatest beneficiaries at the end of the day. Thank you, distinguished colleagues. Leader.
Thank you.